no sugo. Now, I'm about to pray for those who are believing God for marital settlement. I think this is the last meeting I will have for them for the year. I've already have marriages pipe on the line. So if they are here, that is their luck. If they are not here, that is their luck. But I won't have that program again. In this August deliverance meeting, the Lord asked me to lay hand on young men and women struggling to settle down. There is a power resisting them. The Lord said to me, ask the power to leave them, and I will honor the words of your mouth. And this is what I'm about to do. In few moments from now. And I thank God for the rain, because the heat is much. Just say, Jesus, I love you.
Jesus, I love you.
Akana boli tendi muram. Ote kwanya ututu. Ebeli gwe kijiada. Eya. Ebube gijureli gwe juwano. Isi kendumo. Ajomwana noni. Idalere mami I worship the name of the Lord today because of that which I'm about to do. Are you ready for today? Many is on their way coming, and they will meet us here. But before they come, you have collected what you wanted to collect. Onyapo mana dima anya biala ni rugi Shioma na rani gozie okuronye na mageku oku onyapo mana dima onyapo mana dima apo mana digima Onya boma na dima, ina boma na dima, anya biala ni rugi, shioma na rani gozie, adiki ni jemi gisi, boma na dima, ina boma na dima, na regele mjidi ayo, onya boma na tuso. Onye mwoma na dima anya biala ni rugi Chioma na ligozi Ezo mumwa Onye mwoma na dima Oboku onya ni mwema Onye mwoma na dima Obuzu ako wanafo Onye mwoma na dima Anya biala ni rugi Ojembe miro papa Onya bwamana dima Onya muma mochie Onya bwamana dima Anya bwamana Act of Apostle Matthew chapter 2 verse 7. I want to preach on a message titled Herod the Strong Man. You know, I've been dealing with this message in this our God's Family Deliverance meeting, and we have been receiving a very wonderful testimony. Amen. And it might trace you that Jesus in himself is the one doing great work in this commission. And I want you to know that the time of church is over. Huh? The Lord said to me, sit down, choir. He said, Chidi, I pick you from a very strong background. And I will make your faith strong. Because you are going to confront some strong situation in your life. And I'm going to give you a very hardened spirit. That will be impossible for people to lure you into their own decision. And he said to me, Chidi, because you have found favor in me, is I'm going to make you a mystery to people. The more they look you, the less they understand. And I'm going to use you to rewrite the story of your generation. And for the past 4 years now, that the ministry kick off, there is extraordinary manifestations. And what is advertising this church? Nothing but Jesus himself and the miracle signs. Before I round up today, there are going to be another miracle. You know, I don't have a special time for organizing special day for miracle. Every of our service is filled of what? Miracle. Because Apostle Paul said, I did not bring the word of God with the enticing word of men. What makes the word of God strong is the power of the Holy Ghost being displayed. There's a difference between a pastor and a lecturer. Amen. So what will make men to know that God is with you is when you have headache and the headache vanish. Shout, I hear. And that is why he said to me, your mission on earth is not going to be like every other mission. He said to me, look at your spiritual director. Draw strength from him. He said, you will have a ministry that will not have branch on earth. I said, Lord, why? He said, Chidi, don't ask me. This is an assignment I give to you. I will give you a ministry, but when the ministry is well enlarged, don't think to have branches. It is a very big task. And people keep on tempting me with land. We dash you land, we dash you land. They are just tempting us to put branch there. And I said, Lord, why are they dashing this land? He said, I warn you from the beginning. When God promises you something, the enemy must tempt you. It's not every open doors that are open door. There are some open doors that are the open grave. Open what? And you know, in this church, I sow people as a seed. When you give me heat, I sow you as a seed to other church. We don't reject you, but we sow you as a seed. Shout Jesus. Am I helping you? Now we're going to look into strong man. And I said in my course of my ministration, I said that strong man is a ruler spirit, well armed, sophisticated weapon, to make sure that some people didn't cross a particular boundary. And Jesus said there is another stronger than the strong man. So this morning we are still in the business of dealing with strong man, and I'm going to round up by Sunday. That is the last Sunday of this month, and that is only when we're going to see whether God is real or not. Many of you want to cross a boundary, but something is dragging you back. Because the boundary you want to cross, nobody in the history of your bloodline has crossed the boundary. He said, when a strong man is armed, he's good and he's safe hands. But when that which is stronger than the strong man comes, he says, he will disarm the strong man. There are different types of strong men. There's strong man of barrenness, strong man of sickness, different kinds. But today we're going to look into the Herod, the strong man. And it might interest you to know that Herod is a name of a person, but is an entity. Herod is not that person you are looking at. Herod is an entity. People bear the name Herod because the same Herod that appeared in Matthew chapter 2 and decided to kill Jesus appeared again in the book of Acts of Apostles. And there are some people that God has likened as strong man in the Bible. Number one is Herod. Number one is Pharaoh. Number one is Nebuchadnezzar. And another one is Goliath. These people portray a symbol of what? A strong man who will not let you go easily. I pity many Christians today, particularly those that call themselves born again. The steel that is fighting you is very angry, and you don't want to be angry for yourself to set yourself free. You are playing church game, church doctrine. The Satan that is fighting you doesn't care to know how they do it in your church. He's fighting you with every strength. This is how they do it in our church. And if it's not like that in our church, then it cannot be God. But the spirit that is fighting you doesn't care the church you go to. They are busy pressing you. The time of church doctrine is over. Because the Satan that is fighting us, the enemy that is fighting us, they are full-time enemy. Full-time what? They have no other job than to ensure that you didn't succeed. Even when God has said you will succeed, it's not a guarantee that you will what? Succeed. Even though God said you are going to be great, it's not a guarantee. Because everything that God said must be contended. Must be what? That's why prophecy is in the surface. That God said, I'm going to make you a president of your country. Sit down. It's not a guarantee that you'll be a president of the country. If you don't wake up and do the necessary things you needed to do through the power of the Holy Ghost, that prophecy will be hanging around. I've seen people that God spoke to them, and they never become one. The fault is not from God, but the fault is from you. That God has said you are going to marry is not a guarantee that you should marry. Anytime God said you are going to be this, the enemy will hear it, and they will begin to what? Contend. God has said in the book of Deuteronomy, he said, I have given you the land, but contend with the king of that land. He said, contend with the king in battle. I have given you, but you must fight to take it. Born again today don't know how to fight. That's why you are looking for the latest prophet in town. Upon all these things to prophesy, where are you now? That's my question. Man of God, are you against prophecy? No. Lion doesn't need praying and fasting to kill a goat. It's already in me. In next 20 minutes we will start. But I don't move by those things. I move by the practical word of God, which has the ability to establish what God said. He said, I'm giving you what? A land. That land has a king. Fight to take it. And there are many people, all what they need is a prophecy. They don't need the battle that goes with it. Every prophecy goes with battle. Can I humble you? Nothing good comes easily. Let me give you a little testimony, then I proceed. When we are about to buy this place, about this November will make us 2 years here. God gave us this place. On February, that very year, you are around. And by the time we come to do negotiation, somebody bought it and add extra 3 million naira within the space of 3 months. But God said to me, this is the place I've given to you. But because we don't have money, cash, somebody bought it. And in next 3 months, they add extra 3 million. And as God may have it, God gave us grace. We are able to pay. Look up and look at this. When we paid, altogether making 10 million naira. When we paid, there's a church that was here. Huh? And they have abandoned here before. They are using this place to do school. Many of you knows. They're using this place for school. The moment they heard that we have paid and God has given to us, they rose up against us. I said, Lord, what do I do? God said to me, keep quiet. The battle lasted like more 2 months. Huh? Before we are able to win the battle. What am I trying to say? God has given it to us. There are some challenges. There are some challenges on ground that we need to clear before we can have full possession. He said to us, go and get it. Somebody bought it before us. Had it been we withdraw, we wouldn't have been here. That's the area I'm going. That God has said is not 100% guaranteed that you will have it. There's some things you have to fight. That's what Apostle Paul said, fight a good fight of faith. I don't know, am I making sense? God can tell you that I have given you the contract, but you have to fight to get it. He said, contend with the king in battle. So every good thing you must receive on earth, you must fight to get it. If you don't fight, forget about it. I don't care to know who prophesied. Prophecy in the surface is what? In the surface. Now it might interest you that the church that was here before, their pastor died when they were about to build this place. The second pastor died. That's when they abandoned here and go somewhere to build their church. I don't want to mention church name. We landed. The Lord said to me, there are something in the land. If you must raise a strong altar, destroy that thing. One day I called John, called Sylvester, called coordinator. I said, break the altar of the former church here. And the battle started. Today, am I sick? Is my wife sick? God has given, but there are some king that took possession of that thing. If you don't fight for what God has given to you, you will remain there and be clapping to go to heaven. Yes, you can go to heaven, but you will leave your children in suffering. Can I tell you something? I know that all of us want to go to heaven. Even if you don't like prosperity, I beg you in the name of the Lord, like it because of your children. If they give you a crown of a tongue, a crown of poverty, please, for the sake of your children, like that prosperity. Leave it for them, then you can drink poison and die. Don't bring those children into poverty. If you don't like it on yourself because of what you believe, I beg you, for the sake of your children, like it. So that in your grave, those children will not be cursing you. Because a good father leave inheritance. Because if you leave this poverty on them and go, anytime they go to your grave, they will pour speed on there. They will say, where were you when Oshomole was running Edo State? Where were you when Mr. Deribe was buying land on Upper Mission Extension? You only tell us a story. I pray for you. You will leave this earth empty-handed.
Amen.
If you don't like prosperity, only like in here go. I didn't say you should do stupid something to get money. But for the sake of their children, those wonderful children that God gave to you, struggle hard to make money for them. Then you can go without poverty anywhere you find yourself. Because those children has a colorful destiny. They have to start from where you stop. But don't try to stop them in that pit of poverty, because God will not be happy with you. Every good parents are working hard to see that what they went through, their children didn't go through that. The religious has made you to forget about how to struggle. And the next thing I get legal. I pray for you.
I receive.
The glory of God shall be made manifest in your life.
Amen.
Now, Matthew chapter 2. I'll be brief today. On Sunday, we round up. Verse 7. Matthew 2:7.
Matthew 2:7.
Yes.
Then Herod, when he had privately called
the wise men,
inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared.
What time did the star appear?
And he sent them to Bethlehem. And said, go and search diligently.
Go and search very carefully
for the young child. And when ye have found him, bring me word again.
Stop there. I have a problem with these wise men. Look up and look at me. I don't have a problem with Herod. The Bible says when Jesus was born, the wise men went to see him. They said the king was born. And the country you go to look for a newborn king has an existing king already. Has what? Already. The Bible told you that, they said they saw the star. They went, they start asking, where is the new king? And the land you are trying to find out the new king has an existing king. Can't you see you're going to cause trouble? And do you know whom they went to ask? They went to tell Herod, we have seen a new king. You went to a existing king and tell the king that a new king has been born. And Herod said to them, go and make inquiry to find out. I don't have a problem with Herod, but I have a problem with the wise men. Because the king was not aware. The king wasn't aware. It was the wise men who told the Herod that the king has been born. So you go to look for a new king. Why the land that has an existing king? It's like to come to your village, and your village has a king, and some group of people come from anywhere and said, we at Oboduku, take Oboduku, we come to look for the Igwe of Oboduku. And they went to Igwe of Oboduku Palace, and from there they are asking Igwe, we saw a new king here, and we come to ask you, do you know where his house look like? And the king is still alive. You go to him, say, new king has been born. And the man is still on the throne. He said, okay, I know. There's a conspiracy somewhere. He said, go and make inquiry. Find out. In other words, the wise men, they are manipulated to go into the house of the enemies of a new king to make inquiry. I pray for you. I receive. The day God will visit you, may your enemy never ask of you in the house of your enemies. Amen. May your helpers never ask of you in the house of your enemies. Amen. Do you know there are some people that God has sent to help you? The first person they ask about you were the hater. The first person they will ask about you is that person that hates you with passion. I pray for you. I receive. The day God will send helpers to your destiny, may they not be manipulated to ask about you from the mouth of your haters. Amen. Imagine God sends somebody to come and give you a contract letter, and the person asks, please, how can I look for number 27? And this is the name of the man is Albert. Say, huh? Albert? Maybe that one where police can't come out here. I just say I have a letter from him from Ministry of Works. Albert, the police just carry him now. And meanwhile, the Albert is in the house sleeping. May your helpers never ask of you in the day that God will look for you to the mouth of your haters. Amen. This fine girl, which church did they go? They said that one. And that one where pastor suspended the other day. He just do abortion, pastor suspend them. Would that man come again? And he's asking a man that you are attending the same church together. He said, please, the same person, when near person, and they hear the smell of the mouth. Can you tell me about that girl? He said, that one, that one don't finish. No, just go there. Many of you, God has sent helpers to you, but they are making inquiry of you from the mouth of your haters. These are one of the things that is happening to a lot of people today. Am I teaching you here? The wise men, they were manipulated to enter into the house of Herod to ask. If actually they are wise, they should know. Wisdom and intelligence should tell them that as long as this land has a existing king, we don't need to go there. And the Bible said the moon that followed them, the moment they enter the Herod palace, the mood stood still, didn't come out again, because the mood was the one leading them. They should allow the mood to lead them to where they are going. They enter the land and start making search on their own. Many of us, our problem we have that we don't want God to make a search for us. We are making search for ourselves. He said that we go before you and make the crooked places straight. But you said no, you want to go before him. Some choices you make, it wasn't God that suggested it. You decided to make it by yourself. You are into a relationship, and the man that you want to marry is a bloody liar. A bloody what? And you know he's a bloody liar. Everything he tells you, none of them is true. And you see, carry your head, put there. Say with time it will change. Am I teaching? You carry yourself. You have seen evidence enough that will make you to know that this thing can work. You say with time. You know, some pastors will convince you. Say with a heart of a king. You don't marry to convert. If that man is not a converted man, leave the man. It's better for you to be single and be happy and die and go to heaven than you marry a man that will send you early grave. That will marry a man that will use you to do money ritual. That will make your destiny unfulfilled. This is a hard truth. Everywhere is quiet. You marry a man that will turn you to a punching bag. As we are going to enter into the house of Herod. Now, when that Herod died, and Herod is a strong man. Do you know, because of that mistake that the wise men made, they killed 2,000 children under 3 days. And they were looking for Jesus. And because of Jesus, 2,000 babies were killed. The enemy don't care what they lost to get you. Am I teaching here? The enemy is after you alive. They don't care what they lost. They wouldn't mind to lose their wife and lose everything just to make sure that they get you. The enemy doesn't care what they lose. Herod doesn't care about other children. So far I get this man. They said from 2 years every male child should be terminated. And the Bible said, I'm laying the foundation. That very night that the assignment was to be executed, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream and told Joseph and said, carry Mary, run to Egypt. And they ran away. After some time, the same angel went to them in a dream and said, return back, for the man that is seeking the life of the child is dead. In other words, Jesus has no age mate in Israel. That's what makes him unique. Nobody will say that he's my age mate, because they kill all of them. Am I teaching you here? Now, when that Herod died, the Herod you refuse to kill now will manifest to you tomorrow. When that Herod died, in the book of Acts of Apostles chapter 12, let's go there. Start from verse 1. Anyavunawa na papandu hanasi nidi ebube ndinine noni me Jesus hani ne bundu wama ndinine noni me Jesus hani ne bundu wama owahamaka ndinine noni me Jesus hani ne bundu wama me ndo wama ndo wama ndo wama. Go ahead.
Act of Apostles 12 verse 1.
Yes.
Now about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hand. So verse certain of the church.
Underline that. Mr. Deribo, underline that. This is a popular story. I'm going somewhere. A certain of the church, not all church. Who stretched his hands? Herod. For you to know that this Herod is not a human being. It is an entity. It is the spirit that always incarnates to enter people to start doing evil. When the Herod of Matthew chapter 2 died, the same Herod manifested in the act of apostle. So the enemy that will fight you today, if you don't kill it, it's waiting for your children somewhere. the sickness you refuse to fight today is waiting for you somewhere. Pause there before I continue. Jezebel promised Elijah that I will cut off his head. And Elijah ran away and disappeared and thought he has escaped. The same Jezebel that promised Elijah to cut off his head came back in the nature of Herodias. And the same Elijah came back again in the body of John. The same promise he made to him 800 years ago, he fulfilled that promise in John. When that woman danced, they said, what do you need? He said, I need the head of John the Baptist. And Jesus said, if you should believe, believe. Elijah is the John. The Elijah you are looking for in the book of Malachi has come in John. Is it not your Bible? So that Elijah that Jezebel didn't kill, he killed that Elijah in John. The Herod that they refused to confront in book of Matthew manifested in the act of apostle after Christ has ascended. He said, a certain man called Herod stretched forth his hand against a certain person. This Herod, they are not looking for every person. They are looking for a particular people. Do you know that the enemy is not looking for everybody in the family? They are looking for that one that carried the star of the family. The strong man in your father's house is not looking for everybody. They are looking for that girl, that man, that when he stands up, everybody will stand. That's the one they are looking for. It could surprise you that in a family, the people that are struggling to make it are people that has the mind to help other people. The givers of the family, they are the ones that struggle to make it. But those stingy ones, they make it easily. Those ones that has the mind to help my sister that married, help my brother that's struggling, they are the ones that the enemies are always coming after. If they don't after them in the childbearing, they will attack their health or they attack their business. The Herod, the strong man will always come after them. But that one that is self-centered, because that one is not the light of the family. So the Herod goes after the light of every family. That one that is always a giver, that can't see her sister crying and close mouth, that can't see her brother crying and close mouth, they are the one that the strong man always gone after. It could interest you that your brother that has money, that doesn't want to help anybody, is not the star. That you that has a mind to help people, you are the star. The church is quiet. Is this sinking? It might interest you that your sister that married a big man and refused to help anybody is not the star. It is you who are struggling with your husband that has human sympathy for the members of the family. You are the star. He said he stretched forth his hand to arrest a certain church, not all church. I pray for you. Any Herod that is after your life because of the star that God has given to you, if I hear one amen, they will die and die. Amen. They will die and die again. Amen. They will die and continue dying. Amen. If you believe, shout yes. Yes. He stretched forth his hand against a certain church. Hear this. That woman that will produce an expensive child, they are the woman that the Herod will go and lock her womb. And anyone that God has destined to be great, a strong man will always come after such people. But I have a good news for you. They will not prevail. Amen. I said they will not prevail. Amen. They will not prevail. Amen. A certain church. Hear this before I continue. Any church that is about to deal with the kingdom of darkness, people will always misunderstand our pastor. They will misunderstand the pastor. Sometimes when you hear that man of God, I don't like him. What did he do me? I don't know. I don't just like him. There's a Herod in you. Because Herod doesn't like anything good. That a pastor has 50,000 crowd doesn't make him anointed. That a pastor has 20,000 capacity, it doesn't make him anointed. Anybody can gather crowd through any means. Sit down. Most of the attack of the Herods, because they see ahead of time for a certain church. In other words, there are many churches in that land. They decided to attack the church. A certain one, not all. Bible said the enemies are going like a lion, seeking for whom to devour. For whom to devour, not for everybody. It says seeking for whom to devour. And those the enemies are looking to devour are those that carry the light of their family, the mandate of their family. When I see the way you struggle, I know why you struggle. You struggle because there is something that you carry. And none of their egg break. They carry you up and throw in the midst of egg and they didn't break anyone. You know, Satan is a heavyweight champion. So he likes to fight those that has weight. As I'm looking at you, I'm seeing millionaires. I'm seeing billionaires. That is why today you have stroke. The other day you have headache. Because they know that if they leave you in a good health, in a sound health, that you will make great exploit. So they will attack you left, attack you right, and even make life to tire you. Maybe you have been in a situation where life is, you are tired of life. I come to say you will not die before you are tired.
Amen.
When I was going through what I'm going through, I said, Lord, is my sin is the worst? Am I the worstest sin on earth? Lord said to me, no. Remember, you asked me to use you to rewrite stories. I said, yes, sir. He said, do you think that the enemy will allow you to go like that? I said, no. He said, I've given you grace. It might interest you that I have a first daughter that didn't work for 6 years. And in my ministry, more than 6-7 people have dropped their crutches instantly. Then my own daughter couldn't work. And the Lord said to me, remove your eye from that child. If you place your idea, I will kill that child. I will not stop sharing the testimony. When we are about to rule this place, that child stood up and started walking. I began to ask God. God said, there's something you carry. Today, by the grace of God, Evang Chidi is reigning everywhere. Even the dead knows about me. This is what they saw. Stand up. This woman they are my sponsors. She and her husband. My story is not scattered. Please clap for her. I'm talking about in the days of my marriage, at this light and love here. In fact, it might interest you that our marriage certificate, they are still holding it. So to know how serious it is, and to know how we related, we lost contact some years back, and we connect again. Don't kill yourself because of where you are. After rain, sun must shine. Look at the weather. The weather is getting bright now. Just look at back and see the weather. In the next 2 hours, sun will show up. But in the morning, look as if sun will not come. That is how you are. No matter how it look as if you're not going to break, day must break. Tell neighbor, say, my day must break.
My day must break.
Even though a prophet